This could have been so much worse, guys. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video where today, Cardiff City have finally announced that Mick McCarthy has become our new manager after sacking Neil Harris on Thursday night. Now, this appointment comes with a lot of criticism from a number of Cardiff City fans, including in a way myself, because I thought that we could have gone a lot better for this, but I am not going to sit here and be negative about this appointment as we can take a lot of positives from this. But all I can say is this could have been much worse. Not gonna lie, but looking at the amount of managers currently out there, Mick McCarthy is probably one of the better options out of the worst. I believe he was the Bluebirds' second choice after we did go for Paul Cook. He turned down the deal because he did want a bit more time, as we were only going to give a manager 6 months. But the Bluebirds looking for a manager to only be in for 6 months is a promising sign to show that we are looking for something to stabilise at the end of the season and then completely reform and rebuild from the following seasons to come, maybe change the style of play and stuff and getting a new style of manager and all that, since we have gone for a lot of direct attacking football matches quite recently, and many Cardiff fans and other fans alike could say we've gone for managers who like to favour a long ball and stuff. But my thoughts on Mick McCarthy, he is a good manager. I mean, some of the clubs he's been to recently, I mean, get rid of APAL out the way. So let's have a quick look at where Mick McCarthy has been throughout his managerial career. He started in Millwall, of course, being a player manager at first and then being permanently appointed. Many could say that Mick McCarthy did well to keep them in the league, and then Millwall, of course, did eventually get relegated when he left. But after the Millwall job, he went to manage the Republic of Ireland after Jack Charlton resigned, of course, in 1996. He actually did really well with the Republic of Ireland, to be fair, getting them to the knockout stages of the 2002 World Cup, which was very good for him. And then in the end, of course, he resigned. In 2003, he took over a struggling Sunderland in the Premier League, where they did end up getting relegated, but to be fair, that wasn't his fault because he wasn't backed. And then he got them to the playoffs the following season after quite a good season, but it was very unlucky that they didn't get promoted that year. They did lose a penalty shootout against Crystal Palace. Then the following year from that, they did gain promotion as championship winners with a very good total of 94 points there. And then they did struggle in the Premier League, but once again, that was because McCarthy wasn't backed with any players and he wasn't allowed to spend much money either, so he did end up getting sacked from that one and replaced by Roy Keane. And considering the history, that is quite a shocking replacement for him. I bet McCarthy was fuming. Then he went on to Wolverhampton Wanderers, who were actually struggling in the Championship at the time, but then again, he did promise Premier League football within 3 seasons while he worked things out. He got loads of players signed for free. He was pulling players through the youth system. I can think of many. Connor Cody, Matt Doherty, I believe, was there, and of course Nathaniel Mendes-Lang, who of course ended up playing for us. He followed his promise and got them promoted as champions. I believe he's won the league twice in the Championship, which is very good, and I don't think a lot of people actually realise that, guys. And he was actually able to keep the club up for 2 seasons, which was very good, but in the end he was barely given any money. He was actually only allowed to spend less money than income they got from selling players, which was quite appalling. And then of course he did end up getting sacked. After that, he spent quite a few years at Ipswich Town, keeping them as a solid mid-table team after he was not backed at all, and really with the squad they had, they should have been in the lower end of the Championship. But in the end, he did not renew his contract, pretty much because they were just going to finish mid-table forever due to the club not backing him, and really he did what he could do with that club, so he ended up resigning. And since then he's had spells with Republic of Ireland, recently getting sacked by APAL in the Cyprian League. Personally, with the squad we have and the way we are in the league, I think this is a great safe pair of hands considering the other managers we could have had. I mean, we could have ended up with Pulis, Pardew, Mark Hughes, loads of dribble like that, who really I think would have done much worse than Neil Harris. But with the promises he has, I think he could do a good job with us, and personally I can only see him staying here for 6 months. But the thing I'm really happy about is that he's brought Terry Connor along with him. He is one of my favourite assistant managers in football, and not gonna lie, he's probably the most underrated assistant manager in the league. I can't wait to see how good Terry Connor is going to be at Cardiff and sorting that team out, in particular the defence, which we really need to be sorting. I do think there is a possibility, though, that Vincent Tan might back Mick McCarthy some way in the transfer window, maybe bring a few freebies in and get 1 or 2 players on loan, just to get a few players that McCarthy could be used to and could get them playing. But personally, we've got to back Mick McCarthy, regardless if you like him or hate him, and that's because of what Vincent Tan and the board of directors have said in the press conference about his arrival at Cardiff City, is that he's probably only going to stay here for 6 months, stable the ship, and then we're going to get someone different in to reform the whole style of the club. Rumours have been a Craig Bellamy or an Eddie Howe, someone completely different to the managers we've had in the past, in particular Warnock, Harris, Trollope and Russell Slade, completely changing the style of football there. So in a way, I can't wait to see what the future holds, but please, Mick McCarthy, we really need to win the next derby. Honestly, if you get into the top 10 and get at least 1 point out of the South Wales derby, then I'd say that's been a good season for you. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments about this appointment, and if you did like this video, then please do remember to leave a like, and if this is the first ever video you see by me, then please remember to like, comment, subscribe, do what you can to support the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Follow all my social medias in the description below, and I'll see you all on Wednesday for Mick McCarthy's first game in charge against Barnsley. I'll see you there, guys. Make sure you're there. Hwyl fawr.